couple of sisters are down with the cause. Turns out they're down with the wrong cause. Let's start in Delaware County, a suburb of Philadelphia, where some people say the presidential election of the United States of America will be decided in the next 30 days. Anyway, there's a clerk that works for a judge in Delaware County. Her name's Erica. And Erica divides her time. She works for a judge. She divides her time between trashing cops on Facebook and tipping criminals off to warrants that are out for their arrest. It's not really that clear in the story. You're going to see what's going on in that part of it. So Erica saw some hoodlums she knew. She said, "Hey, hoodlum Johnny," his real name is Pineapple. That's all we know. "Hey, Pineapple, there's a warrant out for your arrest." Pineapple did not know that because some warrants are secret for 72 hours. That way they can get all the cops together and do a raid. And that's what this was. So she tipped him off that there was a warrant that could have been catastrophic.
We entered her office and she hid under the desk. Her name is Erica Robinson, and she is allegedly posting anti-police rants on social media. And what makes this particularly newsworthy? She works for this district justice in Delaware County. Wednesday night, and the big story on Action News tonight is a real problem percolating in Darby Borough, and police officers are irate. Action News reporter Dan Quayer is live at the district justice's office. Dan, what's the full story here?
Well, Jim, a number of Delaware County officers are posting a fierce battle against District Justice Leonard Tenaglia. This for refusing to take action against one of his clerks known for posting vile anti-police rhetoric on social media, who now is alleged to have tipped off a notorious drug dealer that he was about to get arrested in a drug sweep.
It's time that you take action. We've had it.
Almost 100 Darby Borough police officers and their supporters rallied outside the office of the District Court Administrator, demanding action against District Justice Leonard Tenaglia.
Our main concern, obviously, is the safety of the officers. None of the officers coming to this court feel safe, at least from Darby and Sharon Hill. I can't speak for Colin.
The officers are outraged about Erica Robinson, a clerk in Tenaglia's office, known for social media posts filled with hate against police. Some filled with so many expletives, we can't show them here.
This person certainly has a right to express herself, but she doesn't have a right to endanger my officers.
The officers allege the clerk leaked sealed information to a drug dealer before a raid, endangering the lives of 150 law enforcement officers. When one of our teams wanted to ask Robinson about this, she hid behind her desk.
I'm here to ask Ms. Robinson some questions. You have to leave.
We also caught up with Judge Tenaglia.
How can you have somebody like that working in your office?
That's the allegation. No comment.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
No comment.
No comment? Don't you think the public has a right to know?
I think judges have a special role, and we're not allowed to comment on public things.
But
so there's no comment.
We should point out that the court administrator supposedly investigated the leak and determined that it was just a mistake. But outraged officers are not buying the notion that a woman posting hatred towards cops on social media made a simple mistake.
Something has to happen before an officer in this town or another town anywhere gets shot and killed because we don't know what's going on in here.
Now, the police group seems determined to get action. They say if the clerk is not removed and county officials don't do anything, they want the matter investigated by the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office.
We told you we're not going away. We're not going to go away. We think you're a cop hater. We don't know what's going on with you and Judge Kenny, but it's time that you take action. We've had it. If you'd like, come on out and talk to us. We'll be here.
Chuck, let me get out and talk. You gotta get out and talk.
Chuck McDonald. Come on out, Chuck. We'd like to talk to you. We'd like to go over that scam investigation that you pulled. Chuck! Yeah, they went in and checked to see if you're in there. We know you're in there.
But first, imagine calling 911, hoping for help. Then the 911 operator hangs up on you. One emergency worker is accused of doing just that, and now she is facing charges. We're also hearing from one man who needed help, but his call ended with a click. Eyewitness News reporter Maida Moreno, live now with an interview you will only see right here on 13. Maida?
Art, a very disturbing story indeed to tell you about. Now, that caller says he saw a life-threatening emergency on Highway 45. That's when he called 911. But before he could even explain his situation, as you mentioned, she hung up. So we went looking for her. This afternoon, we paid a visit to Crenshonda Williams. The former Houston Emergency Center 911 operator opened the door, but as soon as she saw our camera, she closed it, refusing to talk. And according to court documents, we're not the only ones she allegedly refused to talk to.
What I thought at the time, I just thought my phone had dropped the call.
Back in March, Jim Moten says he called 911 after witnessing two vehicles speeding down Highway 45. Seconds into his call, it dropped. Or so he thought.
Come to find out, I was hung up on.
Court documents say Williams was the 911 operator that took Moten's call. The documents say before he could finish explaining, she hung up and said, quote, "Ain't nobody got time for this, for real."
If someone calls in to report an incident, whether the person feels like it's an emergency or not, you should have time for it.
It angers Moten knowing investigators say she's done it before. Charging documents say she had an abnormally large number of short calls, no more than 20 seconds.
This is a person that probably doesn't need this job.
And there's the other sister who didn't feel like responding to 911 calls because she was busy doing I do not know what. She was dropping these calls for like a year. Dropped over 1,000 of them. 20 seconds. I ain't got time for this. That's the old Jesse Ventura line from The Predator. I ain't got time to bleed. I ain't got time to make the black kids angry.